Good afternoon from my part of the world. Good afternoon from my part of the world. Let's have a conversation. Let's have a conversation. Hello, my ladies. Where are you? Let's have a conversation. If the one woman God created is missing, who is showing up as the wife and the mother? Where is the woman God created? Where is the woman God created? That society and religion have shaped us into creatures. That wasn't the intent of God. I hope you've watched the minister's response to the baby Purloin. I don't know what came to your mind. A lot of people have made posts and videos concerning it, and some are asking if we are feeling for the door, what about the mother who was on the verge of losing a baby? On any feelings in the empire one, if we are so concerned about, are they not both two women? But I'm not here to judge. I'm not here to preview. I'm not here to review. I don't do those things. I believe everything that happens, they are learning, there are lessons in there for us. So it's the lessons. As a student in the learning mode, in the student mode, everything that happens, I believe there are lessons in there for all of us. For all of us. Because the question is Ankayanchene. Ankayanchene. And do we know how many homes people are even raising children that should a paternity test be done, conducted today at the confusion, Baba? Until maternity test is also done. And do you know many women that will look so sophisticated and have it all put together are still in desperation for becoming a mother when we have no idea what exactly goes into motherhood? Yeah, no goals, no vision, no agenda for the children. And we just go do our own things. And then these children who never asked to be here are here. We have no plan, no vision, no agenda for them. Because nyame na hwɛ mmɔfra. Ɛnyɛ saa. Ɛnyɛ saa. Nyame na hwɛ mmɔfra. Anyway, let's find out the angle I'm coming from. This video seeks to address how we can reclaim the woman behind those roles. Being a good and awesome wife, hooray. Being a great mother, hooray. What about the woman God created you to be? Hello. Who is the woman God created you to be? Where is she? Who is she? And where is she? The woman God created you to be. Oh, man of God, thank you for being on. Where is the woman God created you to be? That you want to sell your body, soul, and spirit so you get married. And then you turn around to say, your desire will be to get a husband and he will rule over you. Where is the woman God created you to be? Where is she? The purposeful life God wants you to live. How are you living it? So this video seeks to address how you can reclaim the woman behind the roles. that you can be an awesome wife, a great mother, and still nurture, develop, and deploy the woman God created you to be. And so we find that woman will never find fulfillment in this life. Woman in name will be, you'll be a great wife, a great mother, but you will never find fulfillment because why you are here is bigger, is stronger, is powerful than just being a wife and a mother. And until you find that path, you can't be the whole woman you are, the wife to the husband and the mother to that child. There is a profound theological and existential tragedy that occurs when the wife and the mother becomes the tomb. When the wife and the mother become a tomb of the woman. I'm a sociology student. I believe in the structures of society. But you see, there is a tragedy that occurs when the wife and the mother become the tomb of the woman. Because you're a wife and a mother, that ends your life. No, there is more to your life. Your husband can't see your use, can't feel your totality because the woman God created you to be is neglected somewhere until you find her, nurture her, develop her, and deploy her. You yourself will never find fulfillment. And any woman who is not fulfilled can never be enough for her husband and her children too. When the wife and the mother become a tomb of the woman, there is tragedy. But unfortunately, in many cultures and belief systems, what your religion teaches you about who a woman is what you want to go by. Have you found out who the Creator created you to be? In many cultures and belief systems, these rules are presented as the ultimate destination, the finish line of the woman's purpose. As if we don't have female children. Today you have children in the universities, paying the same school fees for them as the male child too. Courses that were previously reserved for the males, our children, our daughters are pursuing them. And they finish school, and all we think about them is how to be good wives and good mothers. Full stop. How? How? In a society that for Warina, a woman, the woman has a problem. Hey! Exactly, man of God. Exactly. Exactly. But religion will have a way of twisting this so much as if the woman who is single is not complete in herself. The Proverbs 31 woman, where is she? Where is the woman God created you to be? Where is she? Who is she? And where is she? These roles are presented as the ultimate destination, the finish line of the woman's purpose. However, if we look at the narrative of creation, a woman was not created as an appendage. Yes, a woman was not created as an appendage. She was created as a distinct, complex, and intentional being before a husband was ever found or a child was ever conceived. Obi and once obi behu beware. Hello. Obi and wo am for one go school. I'm now the life you deserved as a daughter, as a child, and said obi behu beware. How come you got married and that ends it? And that ends it. And you have to go to every length to have a child. You have to go to every length to have a child because your dada is a woman with him. When a dada, and that will be an uyemu. Some people don't have biological children, but the number of children they've raised in this life, you have no idea. Some of the people that will bless our souls in this life, many a time we have no blood ties with them. Enipa na ɛbɛyɛ yɛn yie wɔ asase yi so no, ebi wɔ hɔ a na ɔmo nyɛ abusuafoɔ. Ɔmfi wo kunu abusuam, ɔnyɛ wo ba. So why would a woman go to that length to go desperately wanting another woman's baby? And the whole minister will come to support her. The anka yɛkɔ akɔfa ne ba no, who is supporting her? On the ɔnyɛ ɔbaa bi. But just like I said, I am not here to review anything. I'm here to encourage you, my dear woman, that the entire by reason is so saying just be wives and be mothers. And until you go back to your creator to find that why you are here, you will never find fulfillment. It is when you begin nurturing that woman that you'll be able to give your all to the man who claim you as his partner in this life. A woman was not created as an appendage. She is created as a distinct, complex, and intentional being before a husband was ever found or a child was ever conceived. When a woman trades her soul to secure these titles, she enters a marriage or a family as a hollowed out version of herself. She has to trade her soul in order to fit into these roles. She only become a hollowed out version of herself. Unam chenchening, and yet your soul will never find fulfillment. So the question becomes, if the woman God created is missing, if the woman God created is missing, who exactly is showing up to be the wife and the mother? Hello? If the woman God created is missing, because if we are able to nurture and develop the woman God created us to be, whether you are single or whether you are childless, you won't kill yourself. You won't go through all this embarrassment just to hand yourself over to a man who make your life miserable. You won't be desperate to be a mother. You have to understand that motherhood goes beyond being pregnant and having your own children. Your dada is a one with and now will be an Motherhood is broader than just going to the labor ward to have your own biological children. You won't sacrifice your soul just to be a mother. If the woman God created is missing, who exactly is showing up? If the woman God created is missing, if the woman God created you to be is missing, who are you showing up to be? Who are you showing up in that man's house as his wife? Who are you showing up to be in that man's life as his wife? And who are you to that children as their mother when the woman God created you to be is missing? A child is a gift from God, Reverend. Man of God, a child is a gift from God. But how has society understood this? 1, 2, 3, 4, the childless women, come here. Then let me pray for you. What about the childless men? What about the childless men? 1, 2, 3, 4, the barren women, come for prayers. What about the barren men? In a society that whenever a war delay is a woman's fault. A war delay kakra be marriage is a woman's fault. A child is a gift from God and must be perfectly waited for. Yes, we all have a purpose in life, Reverend. Thank you so much, man of God. But do we understand this in detail? Is this something, a conversation we are confident enough to have with our children, our daughters? If the woman God created is missing, who exactly is showing up to be the wife and the mother? Let's consider the following. Number one, the architecture of the soul trade. Is it not troubling for a woman to go and another woman's child in the hospital? For our minister to come and stand with her as if her feelings are to be validated. Na dia ne banka ne ba yera no, on the onyo baby. The architecture of the soul trade. The soul trade usually happens in the shadows of desperate need or social pressure. It is the silent agreement to bury one's own gifts, intellectual curiosity, and personal boundaries in exchange for the social safety of a ring or a nursery. Ɔno ankasa wokɔhwɛ aware bi a ɔte ho a, nso ɔne nam pɛ ba a, wobɛbisa sɛ dɛn na ɛha gye sɛ mmaa. Aware bi a ɔte ho, yɛma no 10% na ɔno de ne 60% asɔ so. Ɔndwen deɛ ɛbɛyɛ a ɔde n'abrabɔ bɛyɛ bibi. Ɔdwen deɛ ɛbɛyɛ a yɛbɛhu sɛ ɔno nso waware na wawo. Who bewitched us? Who bewitched us? The soul trade happens in the shadows of desperation or social pressure. The silent agreement to bury who you are, to bury the woman God created you to be, so you can be the good wife and the good mother. How can you be a good wife and a good mother if you neglect the woman God created you to be? How? How can you be a good wife and a good mother if you bury the woman God created you to be? The soul trade usually happens in the shadows of desperation. At all costs, a soul warrior feel. At all costs. So any man that shows up, that is it. And then you turn around to ask, how did I get here? The soul trade usually happens in the shadows of desperation or social pressure. Yɛde pressure gu ɔbaa yi so ama wakɔware awie. Akɔware obiara kɛkɛ. 1 year. Mpo nstarte nso na yɛbisa. Na da bɛn na me nananom ba? As if she has no plan, no purpose, no goals for her life. Na da bɛn na me nananom ba? Wankasa wo maame w'abusuafoɔ, ɔbarima n'akyi ne n'abusuafoɔ. When would the woman breathe? When would the woman be allowed to breathe? As if when a woman drinks water, she can get pregnant and bring forth. Why is nobody asking the man? Why are you not going to the hospital for medical checks? Nyinsa delay kakra bi ɛyɛ ɔbaa fault. The soul trade usually happens in the shadows of desperation or social pressure. Adwoa bra enya asɛm papa bia. Adwoa sɛ October any 3 years amoware adwoa sɛ ai da bɛn na nananom na eba. Nti nananom na ba nka wohu. Sɛ ɔno a na wahyɛ da wo sɛ bibi nti wonim na waka ne trato na ɔkɔ. Na waka ne trato na ɔkɔ. The soul trade usually happens in the shadows of desperation and social pressure in religion and in society. Let all the barren women come for prayers. No more sorry call. Who said you are barren? Because your childbirth has delayed. Near the microphone, na begina w'anim because when you say worry 3 years, ni wunyinsɛn. The soul trade happens in the shadows of desperation or social pressure. It is the silent agreement to bury who you are as a woman your own gifts, intellectual curiosity, and personal boundaries in exchange of societal safety, social safety of a ring or a nursery, where you lose your individual purpose. And could be any arrangements on by now much 23 years and so much start here because it be an askasem cranye papa. A GDA no de worry. I feel no baby shabrabon. Society remember kwanda. Just after a year, nada ben nam ye nana number, nada ben na mubenyim, nada the loss of individual purpose, God-given talents, arts, leadership, logic, he great everything just because a woman got married. They said, or put it on hold, or pause it no go start so bad. Because of baby a wuye. Either in another part of the world, be mutume wo mabema school, back school, almost starting businesses to do well. No almost starting wo. Then ha, yeah, do your friend is saying, yeah, the ni be chiama. The loss of individual purpose. Worry anasa. Society ne push you ma worry and what's that? Da bena mo, da bena. The loss of individual purpose, all in the name of what exactly? The performative identity, when a woman defines herself solely by her relationship to others, because Mr. Tumpan's wife, or Asumje's mom, or Benton's mother, yeah, she loses her internal compass, all in the name of being a wife and a mother. I feel needing you on one casa. Asemesi, yere, or uni mami we, asemesi yere, o needing you. Only dim you. Asumje's mom, as this mother, yeah, only dim you. She loses her internal compass, all because she wants to be a mother and a wife. If those roles are challenged because we are CBBSC, obi eni wo kwa warriors no kasa warrior me ko for 10 years me ja betina fi. Ana me wo na mahwe kwan se bibi besi eba bibi ato me madachi. If those rules are challenged, either through divorce, the empty nest, or a tragedy, the woman is left with an existential vacuum. No, basic class 1B. Because her identity, everything was built around the marriage and motherhood. The martyrdom trap. There is a dangerous myth that the holiest woman is the one who has the least of herself left. Obano ye holy, the good woman, the virtuous wife is the one who suffers and suffers and suffers and suffers and suffers and suffers. 5 years into marriage, the same problem. 10 years into marriage, 20 years into marriage, and yes, you're supposed to endure everything. Sorry, who couldn't cry? Yes, Matash. This isn't a divine design. Marriage is supposed to be productive. The myth that the holiest woman is the one who has the least of herself left because of our Renia Wunti. It is everything about her is supposed to come to ground zero. She has to sacrifice her body, soul, and spirit to be a good mother, a good wife. What about the woman God created her to be? What about the woman God created her to be? This isn't a divine design. It's a social construct that uses duty to silence the soul. Na made ya reho ni na wiase sa. Obeni na ma rehu yi ma kosi do be. This isn't a divine design. It's a social construct. Yen ya fa to ye so enye sa na de obo ye nhihye mai. Number 2, the mirror of creation. Who was she first? Hello, my lady. Who were you first before you became a wife and a mother? The mirror of creation. Who was the woman first? I saw Quen Bia so. So ne ono ankasa nya ne yefunu bakra, it is so good you bit. How can a woman be reduced to that? The God who created the woman, is he the same God who made the God who created the man? Is he the same God who made the woman? Why should the woman be reduced to that? Number two, the mirror of creation. Who was the woman first before she became a wife and a mother? Bible students, I need you here. In the biblical or spiritual context, the woman God created was an Ezer, a Hebrew word that translated as helper. As helper, religion will not buttress this and empower the women to know that they are the helper. And more accurately, meaning the strong rescue. Yes, the strong rescue or vital power. This power is inherent to her being, not a condition upon her marital status. It's not a power or azana your creator gives to you. It is inherent because you're a woman. And then I feel very say, and then, will you call for a helper who is weaker? And we say the woman is the weaker vessel. Will you call for a helper? Who you be a boa? You call for the weaker. If you needed a weaker, then it means you needed no help. The helper is the strong rescue or vital power that will adapt to yours. This power is inherent to her being, not a condition upon her marital status. She has a mind, she has a will, she has a spirit. She was created with a specific way of seeing the world that the world needs. Yeah, she has a mind. She was created with desires and a moral compass that guide her. Not just be surrendered to the will of others, to go and submit because she has no will. Submit her will. Her creator created her with a will, with a mind, and with a spirit. She was created with desires and a moral compass that should guide her, not just to surrender to the will of others. She has a will. She has a spirit too. She has a direct, unmediated relationship with the divine that exists outside of her husband's or children's spiritual journey. So whether she's single or motherless or childless, she has a direct, unmediated relationship with her divine, her creator. The divine, she has a relationship with the divine, with her creator, whether she's a wife or a mother. A woman who has lost herself cannot truly find her family. A woman who has lost herself cannot find her family. She can only provide them with a shadow, not a light. A woman who has lost herself because she's trying to be a wife and a mother cannot truly find their family. She can only provide them with a shadow, not a light. Number three, the cost of the erasure. When a woman trades her soul to get a man and a child at all cost, the irony is she often becomes less effective in those roles. Sɛ wopere wo ho brɛbrɛbrɛbrɛbrɛ, sɛ ɛyɛ dɛn ara ɛsɛ wonya ba to the extent sɛ wobɛakɔwia, you are less effective in those roles. Children are supposed to be planned for. There should be a vision for them. And if all you want is for society and religion to see you as a mother and a wife too, you become less effective in those roles. A husband does not get a partner he gets a mirror or a servant. A woman who trades her soul to get a husband at all cost, the husband does not get a partner, he gets a mirror or a servant. A woman who trades her soul to get a child at all costs, the child does not get a guide. He or she gets a martyr whose unspoken resentment often becomes a heavy emotional inheritance. So we have no idea the damage we've caused to our children. A mother who has no self cannot teach her children how to be selves. You have no self image. How do you teach your children to develop one? She can only teach them how to disappear. Number four, resurrecting the original design. Resurrecting the original design. Reclaiming the woman God created does not mean abandoning the husband or the child. Should I repeat? Reclaiming the woman God created does not mean abandoning the husband or the child. One to women's rights, one to whatever. And if you find people who talk about women's rights with brokenness, they think having a right as a woman means you are abandoning a man or your child. No. No. The God who created the man equally made the woman. Any right a man has, a woman who is also a human being also has same. As simple as that. When people don't understand what feminism means and they say when you're a feminist, it means you hate man, you don't want to marry, you don't want to. No, they have missed it. They have missed it. What didn't our own Nana Aknedu Rollins stood for? And yes, she stayed married, raised powerful children. So what were we talking about? Feminism, simply put, means both women and men are human beings. If all of them qualify, let's give them the opportunity. You will say these are for men and let's create these two for women. No. As long as they all qualify, give all of them the opportunity. As simple as that. Let's respect both genders as humans. As simple as that. Reclaiming the woman God created does not mean, it does not mean abandoning the husband or the children. It means integrating them into a life that is already full. It means you have a life rather than using them to fill a life that is empty. It requires the courage to say, I am a wife and a mother, but I'm also a person with a name, a mission, and a soul that answers to God alone. It means integrating your husband and your children into your life that is already full. You have a life and you are integrating your husband and your children into that life, not to use them to fill a life that is empty. If your own life is empty, how can you enjoy and make your husband and your children also feel that joy from you? This requires the courage to say, I am a wife and a mother, but I'm also a person with a name. I am a human, created in the image and likeness of God too. I answer to God too. The woman God created is still there, buried under the laundry, the expectations, and the should haves. She's found in a moment when she realizes that being a woman means she has the right, the audacity to speak her truth, to pursue her calling, and it has nothing to do with the kitchen. Oh, as for you, a woman, your role is to be in the kitchen, says who? Is that a creator's vision for her? Then why did we pay so much school fees to take her through school? The same schooling, the same courses that we are taking our male children through. The woman God created is still there, buried under the laundry, the expectations, and the should haves. She's found in the moment she chooses to speak her truth, to pursue a calling that has nothing to do with the kitchen, and to remember that she's loved by her creator long before she was claimed by a partner. Until you find a way to nurture, until you find a way to nurture the woman God created you to be. You go through life with so much resentment, and your husband can never enjoy the wife you are. Neither can your children enjoy the mother you are supposed to be. Did you hear me? Until you find the woman God created you to be, develop and deploy her, you will never find fulfillment, you will never find satisfaction, and in so doing, the husband and your children can never enjoy the fullness of who you were made to be. Never be desperate to be anybody's wife. Never be desperate to be a mother. Let the process happen by its own self. Motherhood is not just about having your own children. So you go to the extent of stealing another woman's child. If we have to support women, it is not in these situations, but is to helping them to reset their brains to understand that they are complete in themselves, whether they are single or married, whether they have children of their own or not. And being here, there is more to our lives as women than just being mothers and being wives. No woman is supposed to go through this shameful act just so society will call her a mother. It is not worth it. It is not worth it. It is not worth it. And it's about time we had these kind of conversations with our daughters. Sawa delay, you find family, you find friends telling the man, go try with another woman. Chances are you'll be able to have a child of your own, forgetting that many a time it is because those two people are together. Their own body is fighting against themselves. As long as they stay together, they will never have biological children. But society would still encourage the man to go try his luck with other women. Na ɔbaa no deɛ wanwo koraa na owu saa koraa yi. Nti ɛsɛ ɔkwan bi so or try to have children. Even to the hospital, they won't go. You get an ignorant and a naive in-laws coming to your home to come and tell you, now work hospital without finding out from their brother whether or not they were hospital. Because in our part of the world, anytime pregnancy delays in marriage, it means the woman has a problem. How ignorant we can be as a people. Even highly educated people will still go to the woman, now work hospital without telling their brother, their nephew. So no sooner no one go hospital. No. Anything that goes wrong is the woman's fault. So she has to endure every gibbrishness in order to stay married. Every pulpit you go find, there are people preaching, teaching women how to be submissive, how to be good wives to their husbands. Who is teaching these husbands how to be good husbands to their wives? how to be responsible fathers to their children. You don't need to trade your soul just to stay married, just to be a mother. It is not worth it. It is not worth it. Take your time. Build yourself up as a woman. Build yourself up as a woman. Have a life you can call yours, such that when the children come, you find a place for them in your life. Today, do your own survey, do your case study. There are women today with children, so many of them that are struggling to take care of them. They can't even rent a place for even 1 year and pay rent. If the man refuses to pay school fees for just 1 semester, just 1 term, nkwadaa no bɛka fie. Majority of women today, they will end up telling you, I would hear few, and yet those who had few children now have to end up taking care of their children. And it's normal for us as a society. Because anybody who starts a conversation around this, they say, we need to. Some will even come telling you family planning is evil, won't call heaven. So just give birth as a woman. Children you can't take care of, just have them. Because nyame na hwɛ nipa. Nyame na hwɛ mmofra. So just give birth. Wana wo. Na deɛ ɔno decide is ɔbɛwo baako pɛ mmienu pɛ no. Wode wo mma akɔgyina ne dɔɔ ano. So ɔmmoa wo na wammoa wo a wanya amane. So ɔno nso wo 6, 7, 8 a nka hwan na ɛbɛboa wo. So there are difficult conversations we are supposed to have. Bɛrima no nya ne nti, wonom aduru bi a wobɛnya just to have children. Nko ara ne ne tipo, look at the way financially you are struggling. Nko ara ne bɛrima yi te, look at the way financially you are struggling. Everything that happens in the home financially, on normal 20%, 30%, now what is 80, 70% as also. And yet, Okonoba, and you are 3 years in it, and I won't say, I said, I won't know Suabin say, Sankawa, and I walk back within that 3 years, and Gabufane Dutch in it. So only in you pay, and a financially most struggle say ya. Gabufra Kamwa, and Gabrabo, what would be the quality of life for the three of you? Have you had this conversation? Have you had this conversation with him? Already pressure goes so, and then say to the extent a husband can look at his wife's face and say, I mean, no, that gram because 3 years no one say back. Hey, will be back that you want to do life with them. Look at the quality of life you are giving this woman. One in me, baby, uncle. It's in a seen there. I will near turning who said Bema because we 3 years married, 5 years I won't mind, 10 years I won't mind. Now we're near bro. What quality of life do you have with just the two of you? It's in Kamaka and Kawabra Bonnet saying. And all go through pregnancy and call labor ward and call. No some dear Juma dang and function the money sabu free. Now what do we dear to have a Is that the what we want to build? Is that the society we want to build? Where are the men? Where are the men? Sebema Nwa, when your boss sacrificing her life to say Senyashimewaro till death. Separate us. But Obanya problem. Wunya busiafo, wunya society tunefo, se onko warrior ba fufro. No, nene wo. Because problem ni your bad. Sebema enwa. If one you to manifo, so no sunya wa nonko she. Ebi ano binya emani bi with obema fufro. Afutuwe eba. Afutuwe eba. Nti emani de omu ya mo omu bi omu. Eye papa for us so bad and the mabe can yem no dia ko wu. Ba be ma de ne man to mean can yem. Nti bibia twe ne ti sɛ fault no fi ɔbaa no a, yɛtumi kora gyina so gu awareɛ. Anaa yɛtumi kɔware ɔbaa foforɔ na wabɛwo ama bɛrima yi. Ma bɛrima no sɛ ɔbaa foforɔ abɔ mu adi ɔyere panyin ani because ɔbaa aware wanwo. As ɔmaa no deɛ ɔmo yɛ amma ɔmo bi ama wiase. Wɔn. Nti yɛtumi di ɔmo ani sɛdeɛ yɛpɛ biara. It is normal for society and religion. It is normal for society and religion to treat women anyhow. Sɛ problem, awɔ problem fi ɔba, ayayade a ɛde sɛ ɔbaa yi bɛfa mu. But if bɛrima deɛ a, ɛsɛ ɔbaa ne mmom end up praying for the man, supporting the man, loving him right. Are we for real? Sɛ problem ne fi ɔbɛrima no, ɛsɛ ɔbaa no dɔ ne yie, na ɔkyekye ne werɛ, na ɔbɔ mpae ma no, na ɔdɔ ɔdɔkan adi kyerɛ no. But sɛ problem no yɛ ɔbaa deɛ a, wobɛnya nnipa atu bɛrima no fo, sɛ ɔnkɔpɛ ɔbaa foforɔ na ɔne ne nwo mma. Is this the society we want to build? Is this the society we want to build? Onyankopɔn na ɔbɔɔ bɛrima no, ɔbaa no deɛ wammɔ ne bi wɔn. Ɔbaa no deɛ mogya nnam ne mu, ɔno deɛ ɔnyɛ nipa. What is the quality of your life, say, with your wife? That there is no child, and you are putting so much pressure on her to conceive, whereby you know you have a problem. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. School time will be konyim beshe, benyim beshe unti, uflesa ujina omoso. No. There's a huge difference between having sex and making a woman pregnant. Having sex with a woman and making her pregnant. Intenya mmiri biara na nyinsa delay a ɛyɛ ɔbaa ne fault. Ɛnyɛ baabia, mpɛn biara ɛna sɛ nyinsa delay marriage a ɛyɛ ɔbaa ne fault. Yɛde pressure bɛgu ɔbaa yi so ama ɛma bi nyae pa nkɔbɛto n'ano aduru. What is wrong with us? What is wrong with us? When we say we're empowering women, what exactly are we talking about? To make them disrespectful women? Women who stand up against men, hate men, but not women that will teach them these things, such that Ankobe Kuni must say just so he will please the husband and please society. No, and Ankobe Chawari no, na was sumeradi, no wa bonny bray. Are we teaching women this? Are we teaching women this? That she's more than being a mother and being a wife. And there's no martyrship in staying in dysfunctional marriages and stealing, committing an offense, criminal offense, just so you become a mother. Is this all the woman has been reduced to? To be a wife and a mother. When a man can marry and become whoever he wants to be, a man can marry and become whoever he wants to be. But a woman marries and that's it. Is this how we want to raise our daughters? When it's somebody else's daughter, you don't care. Do you have daughters, sir? The life you are living with your wife, would you want somebody else's son to live like that with your daughters? If no, then it's about time you recalculated your marriage. How beautiful it looks when both husband and his wife walk into a fertility clinic to go and find out what is wrong with both of them. How good and pleasant it would be for both husband and wife to work towards having children, such that when pregnancy is delaying, Both of them work together as a team. How good and pleasant it will be for in-laws to support their sister-in-law even when pregnancy is delayed. How good and pleasant it will be for families to approach their son when pregnancy is delayed in marriage, to approach their son and encourage him to seek help medically. Then has your wife visited the hospital? Where and where did she go? Have you found out where and where your brothers went? Have you found out? Have you found out? We are the society. When we change, our society changes. So today I pass by, just like I said, not to critique any of them, not to the baby door to door, not to the minister's response or empathy, but to let you understand that as a woman, you don't need to go through that, not for any reason whatsoever. Have a life that is full already, so that when marriage comes, when children come, they will come and find you in this life already, not for you to use them to fill your empty life. So think about these things. In the comment section, you can add your voice so all of us will be able to learn. We are more than what we see. And every woman can become more, do more, and give more if only we understand the power we carry, the power we possess as women, so that we'll be able to use this power to help our men, not to be broken ourselves, so that we make them broken too. You were created in the image and likeness of God. Don't allow society and religion to belittle you, to trade your soul so that you become Mrs. Tumpan or Asumje's mother. You are complete in yourself, and your creator knows it already. Being a wife and a mother is an added addition. It doesn't make you complete. You're already complete in your own self. So think about these things in the comment section. Let me hear your perspective, your thoughts too. Until I come your way again in another video, I say much love and blessings. Thank you very much, man of God, for being on. I am so grateful. Thank you. Exactly, man of God. Wisdom, wisdom, wisdom of the word of God. When people interpret scriptures and all barren women come. Why do we say barren women? What makes you think because of why 3 years or more years, so she's barren? People went into marriage with a plan on agenda. No. They had goals they had to match and start working that goals. They want to see where that goals take them. Because of why 3 years on we near started. All barren women. Oh. Now when you condition them like this, why wouldn't they believe they are barren? So yes, I agree with you. Lack of wisdom, even in representing, even in presenting the word of God, is problematic for us. By little, we will get there. So thank you for being on one more time. I'm grateful and honored that you are on, and you've added your insights to it too. Until I come your way again, I say much love and blessings to all of you. When you watch it, you can also add your input to it. So all of us will share and learn. Thank you. Much love and blessings. Thank you, man of God, for being on. I'm grateful. Bye for now.